Episode 7 of Percy Jackson was just released on Disney Plus. This is no exaggeration, but the absolute best part about this episode is that there's only one more left. Just starting out with what's good about this episode. The scenery is pretty nice. I like seeing the underworld and I liked Hades. That was pretty cool. I honestly think that's about it for me.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know why I had the idea that when just the way it started, I was like, maybe I'm gonna like this one. About 12 minutes in, I was like, no. And then I just kept hoping that it was gonna go somewhere. And it didn't. Again, the special effects, the scenery, the kids are amazing. But I just, I can't wait for next week because it's our last episode of this shit. I'm not liking it. I'm not thrilled. I would not recommend for you guys to watch the show.
Neither would I.
Maybe read if you haven't read the books, maybe read the books.
I would suggest read the book. We got our friend to start reading the book. He loves it. He loves it so much more than the show. And the more he reads the book, the more he thinks, how did this show go so wrong? And frankly, I the pacing in this episode, as always, is pretty terrible. There were tons of useless scenes. It was also just a lot of things we got that were just too late. And a lot of plot points that, yeah, were in the book, but given the context of the show, didn't make any sense. And it's just bad.
Yeah, I
As
mean, we have one more episode to go, and as I said to Griff last week and to you guys, I just don't. It certainly didn't do it for me this time. And I
Not at
thought to
all.
myself, can they wow me in two more episodes? The next episode, the final episode, would have to be just
Out of the
Ahsoka,
world. It's
Ahsoka level good for me to. I don't hate the show. And believe me, I'm not sitting here trashing it just to trash it, because that's not the intent. Obviously, you want to enjoy the stuff that you
yeah,
watch. You don't want to sit there for 45 minutes watching ass. That's not the thing. And again, the children are great actors. I'm not dogging them. Yeah, it's not them. It's not. The writing's
just the
just
writing. Like this didn't need to be 8 episodes. This could have been five, like 45-minute episodes easily.
poor.
Yeah, you could probably have done four and do hour long or even four 45 minutes. It's just this we didn't need all these scenes. They're pretty useless. Great. You checked them off from the book. Good job. You have the same events as the book, but it doesn't mean anything if it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't do anything. They were just kind of
I know that a lot of
useless.
people. I know that fans of the books,
I'm a fan of the book
particularly
and I don't like this show.
a lot of people didn't like the movie because they were like, oh, there's a lot of stuff from the book that's not in it. To me, and again, you guys can say fuck you at where you know what you're talking about, but to me, the movies had a better flow to them.
Absolutely.
It got to where we needed to go, and here for me, of course, it drags a little,
Yeah.
and that's not always the case. I mean, I know I've mentioned this before, Dune and other books and things like that. Here, I think there's the things that you could have left out, and it wouldn't have felt so compressed. That's just my opinion.
Well, the more I talk to our friend about who's currently reading the book and he's updating me like as he goes, because it's been not really exaggerating, like 10, 15 years since I've read the book. Like I read it shortly after it came out, and they could have done a one-to-one adaptation and it would have been fine. It would have been under 5 hours. This is over five
There's three
hours.
books, right? Or just
There's
yeah.
so many books. There's five in this series, five in a sequel series. They're making another sequel series now. There's a lot of books and they're all really good. And they could have done one-to-one exactly. But the thing is they just left out the parts about the book that made it really good and kept the pacing up. Honestly, I'd rather watch She-Hulk than this last episode. I am so
Man,
sick
that
and tired of
is.
this show. I'm so
I
done.
can't go that far. I probably watched the episode with Daredevil, but I don't it's to get me to watch and I'm gonna do it because I'm doing my Marvel run again, but that show's rough, man.
So I think this is worse for me. It's
Wow.
just it's
That's
not
bad.
it. I'm
That's
interested to
She-Hulk bad.
yeah,
Shit.
I know a lot of you guys have dropped off as we've continued to do our reviews. For those who are staying along, let us know what you guys thought about this episode. For those who dropped off, lucky you.
Yeah, I agree. Take care, guys.